Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Jay back at it again. Today got 3 very creepy April Fool's horror stories animated by Horror Shorts Party. Y'all know what the deal is. Follow me on both Jays here and Jays there. Get tapped on my social, no more yapping. Let's do it.
It all started on April Fool's Day. All my friends were hanging out in my living room, trying to come up with the best April Fool's jokes we could pull
Your friend ugly as hell.
to make ourselves laugh. I eventually got everyone on the same page about prank calls. They were the easiest.
Why your friend look like Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog mixed with Shaggy, my nigga? Why is his head look like a boo?
Funniest thing we could do without even going outside. At first, we hit the lowest hanging fruit, our gullible moms and clueless dads. When we exhausted that resource, we moved on to our old friends that fell off after high school. Then, only the riskiest marks remained. Bitchy girls, bosses, and professors. Everyone we mentioned got prank called somehow, until I mentioned the doctor, Dr. Mosley, the oldest primary physician in town, and everybody knew he was a total dick. How he still had his license, nobody knew. His anger issues were severe and widely known. He was the best access to medical care within a considerable distance, so you did not want to get on his bad side. Perhaps for that reason, none of my friends had the balls to prank call the
Yeah, bro, you going too far. Y'all don't prank call like 20 other dudes at this point. Just hang it up for the night.
doctor, but I had no problem doing so.
You've reached the office of Dr. Mosley. Would you like to schedule an appointment?
Please, you gotta help me. Send the doctor over here quick.
Sir, if this is an emergency, hang up and dial 911.
No, I can't wait for an ambulance. I'll die before.
Nigga doing too much. When you get to like, all right, calling the pizza shop owners, okay, whatever. You start calling doctors, like, you doing too much, bro. This is OD as a bitch, bro. Like, I get it, he may be a dick. But if this the only nigga that can provide y'all healthcare, bro, it ain't worth it.
Before I get to the hospital, please.
You know the doctor doesn't make house calls.
Come on, you gotta make an exception. I'm dying here.
Of what?
Well, I slipped and fell and accidentally a meat tenderizer got stuck up my ass.
Okay, and what's the address for the doctor?
It's 267 Shuttling Avenue. Please, hurry. I can feel it tenderizing me. It's a far-ass address. Dude, I can't. He sounded so pissed.
After that, it was only a matter of time before the doctor ran out of his office in a hurry to save a life, right until he...
Nah, you got this nigga. He may be a dick, but when it comes to saving lives, he's serious about that shit. And that's what matters, bro. Shit, I don't care if you call me a little ugly in the hole, bro. I just want you to save my life and make sure I'm straight.
realized it
Now
was
you got this nigga. You prank calling this nigga probably led to someone dying, bro.
all a lie. Then, about an hour or two later, he called back.
Hello? You sack of shit! Do you think what I do is a joke? I save lives! But I know how to take them too! I'm gonna find out who you are and strangle
You shouldn't have done this, bro. You could have just kept it pushing.
you with your own intestines! You're gonna regret wasting my time, you fucking bitch! You hear me? You hear me? Holy shit! That's the best one! That's the best one!
It was really the best laugh I had in a long time, but that was only because we weren't taking anything he said seriously. A little while later, my friends all left. They had to go to bed at a reasonable time for class in the morning, but I was planning to stay up late and play video games for a while. It didn't take long for my phone to start blowing up. I expected that to happen, so I ignored it. Except 2 hours later, it was still ringing non-stop. Not a single other person we had prank called stayed mad for more than a few minutes, but the doctor was not giving up.
Yeah, because you called the nigga with anger issues. What the fuck did you expect?
I was starting to get a bit worried, honestly, so I finally answered.
Yo, Doc, chill. It was just an April Fool's prank. Don't sweat it. So then you won't mind that I'm standing outside your apartment, Tom Rogers.
Suddenly, I realized the severity of the mistake I made. It was still April 1st, so maybe he was just pranking me back. I looked out my window and didn't see him in the parking lot. Then I went to my door and checked through the peephole.
You better lock your fucking room door and call the cops.
No sign of him there either. That was a bit of a relief, but I still wanted to make sure. I quietly unlocked and opened my door, then poked my head out into the hall. Then, a figure came into focus. At the far end of the hall, the doctor stood with a knife in his hand. As soon as I saw him, he bolted towards me. I ducked back into my apartment, then slammed the door shut. I locked it and leapt away as I listened to his footsteps booming down the hall until they stopped right in front of my door. Despite the overwhelming fear, I was curious enough to look through the peephole. He was smiling in the worst way, but it looked like he was finally finding joy in becoming a nightmare of a human being. I had to get him to go away. I didn't know what to say, but I had to do something. Without warning, he started breaking through the door. He was unstoppable. He smashed through it in a rage like nothing I'd ever seen. I screamed for help, scrambled for my phone to call the police. But by the time I looked back, he was already inside.
Yeah, he just slipped it in, bro. I'm already knowing.
I had backed myself into a corner.
Please, please don't do this. I'm sorry. I'll never.
Oh, it's too late, bro. I don't know why you calling niggas with anger issues, bro. That's why I don't be honking at niggas. Niggas be having road rage, life aid. Like, bro, we straight, bro. I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling.
Never do it again. I'll do anything you
You're
want.
definitely not gonna do it again. He's finna kill you.
Anything.
Get that nigga the worst way. Got that nigga up out of there crazy fast.
This April Fool's story was inspired by a case known as
Bro, he didn't have to kill the nigga. That's obviously OD as fuck.
the Dr. Mosley stabbing that happened in 1886. A prankster
Damn. 18. Damn. That's whole that story, bro.
as the Dr. Mosley stabbing that happened in 1886.
Damn, this whole nigga rode on that bitch on a horseback. Nigga pulled up in the crib on horseback, mad as a bitch. That nigga said, here, horsey, mad at all.
A prankster named Tom Rogers of Kaufman, Texas, played a joke on Dr. Mosley. He left a message for the doctor to go out to the country a distance of 3 miles to see a critically ill young lady. Dr. Mosley rode his trusted steed to the destination and discovered that it was merely a hoax. The doctor was not amused. In fact, he was fully enraged. Discerning that Rogers was the culprit, Dr. Mosley found Rogers and mercilessly attacked him with a knife. He stabbed Rogers in the body, neck, and face, and continued until several fatal wounds had been inflicted.
Don't forget the casserole. Okay, all right. Yvonne! I'm here, sweetie! Yvonne! I brought casserole! My hands are full! Preston? It's Grandma! I'm here to take you to school! Could you open the door for me? Jeez, what's going on with them? Come on, I just had them.
Oh,
There.
Shit.
Hello? Anyone home? Well, they must be out. Guess I'll wait inside. Just grab this. Okay. Preston? I didn't see you there. Why didn't you answer the door? Preston? Where is your mother?
Kitchen.
Oh, all right. Well, let me go talk
Preston, you alright, my
to her, and then I'll take you to school. All right?
nigga? Damn, you can't say hello. How are you? Damn, where you at? Like, where you been? Damn, Preston.
Backyard.
What was that? Well, which is it? Is she in the kitchen or is she in the backyard?
I would've left that bitch, bro. Backyard, kitchen, nigga. Hell no, bro. You giving me hissies and shit.
Preston, use your words.
Kitchen, backyard, kitchen, backyard, kitchen, backyard, kitchen, backyard!
What the hell is with him? Yvonne, you mind telling me what's wrong with my grandson? He's acting like a...
That was the day I found my daughter. Dead, murdered, decapitated. I ran outside, screaming for anybody to help me. I didn't know it would draw such a crowd. I didn't think people would be more interested in gawking at my daughter's dead body and her severed head than they would actually be willing to do anything about it. My daughter's house became the center of attention for the entire town. Police, investigators, neighbors, onlookers. Hell, even dogs went traipsing through the crime scene. And nobody was prepared to do what they were supposed to do. It was like an exhibit with no entry fee. And poor Preston, he didn't understand.
Yeah, you know, I'll tell you what I said, Preston. I feel bad for you, my nigga. I feel bad for my nigga Preston, bro.
Understand any of what was happening. He never could have done something like that. He couldn't possibly imagine it. This was the work of a sick individual, a monster of the most vile order. I didn't, and frankly, I still don't know of a single person alive who could be capable of something so terrible. The police, however, had a singular candidate. Yvonne's ex-boyfriend, David. Preston.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. If you break up with your girl, she break up with you, kill her, you's a lame-ass nigga, bro. And now you going to jail and to share a cell with Big Bubba for the rest of your life because you couldn't control your emotions.
His father. I was never happy about how they had Preston without ever getting married. But I always gave David credit for being involved and supportive when he found out the child was his. But that day, my opinion changed. My image of him as a reluctant yet loving father was just...
Nigga, how could you... There's no... If it's him, nigga, how could you kill your wife? Obviously didn't marry, but how could you kill the mother of your kids, bro?
Destroyed. Replaced by a disgusting, unforgivable demon who used my daughter for his own sick pleasures. Then killed her to get out of dealing with the consequences of bringing a child into this world. Had I been given final say, he would have hanged. But I had to settle for him being in prison for the rest of his life. That would have to be good enough. A basis from which I could begin to grieve, process, and eventually try my best to move on. Then as the years passed, hindsight made things clear. The reality of the situation wasn't as clear-cut as it seemed at the time. The investigation, the autopsy, the trial, it was all completely botched. The cops didn't bother to gather any evidence, and what evidence there might have been, they destroyed with their carelessness.
Damn, what the fuck, the type of town these niggas live in? Nigga, the cops don't give a fuck.
Medical examiner was a forgetful, lazy dope.
They just said, fuck it, bro.
The lawyers on both sides of the aisle were so drunk or stupid, they couldn't tell their own asses apart. No fingerprints, no DNA, no eyewitnesses, no logic to be found anywhere.
Damn, bro, that's too late, bro. Nigga, I'm not a police officer or a lawyer, none of that shit. Nigga, I'll record videos in my room for, you know what I'm saying, just for the love of the game. Nigga, you gotta ask for eyewitnesses. Autopsy report. Take the body to the goddamn autopsy. You like, yo, what the fuck happened? Is it self-inflicted? Does it look inflicted? If it upward stab, downward stab, some. Fucking.
Yet the police were convinced from the very beginning that David had committed the crime, and nothing got in the way of getting the conviction they wanted, not even the truth. They abandoned reason for prejudice. They forced...
Nigga, even if it is David, you need to have at least evidence for this shit, bro.
Took justice for false closure. Now, I don't even know who truly killed my daughter, and it may very well be the case that an innocent man has taken the blame.
It could be David, but what if it isn't David, nigga? What if David was just reluctant, didn't fuck with the baby moms like that, but still was there for his son?
For the last 20 years. On April Fool's Day of 1999, a woman named Yvonne was found dead in her home by her mother. Her throat had been cut while her young children were present in the house, though they were not physically harmed. The initial investigation was heavily criticized for poor crime scene management, including allegations that officers did not wear protective gear and stepped over evidence. The case centered on David Thorne, Yvonne's ex-boyfriend and the father of one of her children. David was eventually convicted in 2000 of hiring a friend to kill Yvonne and sentenced to life without parole. He's maintained his innocence for over 2 decades. Joe Wilkes, a friend of Thorne who confessed to the murder, claiming Thorne paid him to do it, was sentenced to 30 years to life.
Sloppy ass police, buddy. Waffle House is on.
I'm all for using humor to pass the time, but there is a line that should never be crossed. Unfortunately, some people can't tell where that line is. I've been working at Waffle House for years. I work the overnight shift, where it's usually just 2 people, me behind the grill, and 1 server. The server I work with most is this crazy bitch Dawn. Like me, she's had some run-ins with the law before, though where I have tried to put my mistakes behind me, Dawn has retained the knack for mischief that gets her into trouble. Dawn is a nasty nutcase.
This is fucking Waffle House.
She yells and threatens customers for the smallest mistakes. She even comes after me when I don't do things her way. And then there's Dawn's idea of jokes, like flinging dead rats at me,
Oh,
randomly
no, we had to fight. Oh, no. The fuck is that?
spitting on me, and telling
me and Dawn, we would have to fight, bro. Spit? Rats? Nah, me and Dawn would have to. I would either quit or she gonna run the ones, bro. Sir, I would call my manager so fucking fast, bro.
female customers to stay away from me because I'm a registered sex offender, which by the way, I'm not. With everything she's done, I've grown to truly despise Dawn, and sometimes even fear her. I can put up with her most of the time, but she has nights where she is especially manic. This last April Fool's Day was one of those nights. From the start, I could tell something was up with her. She wouldn't stop fidgeting, mumbling, and talking about how this was going to be the best April Fool's Day ever. She was just trying to have a normal shift, but she seemed hell-bent on literally destroying the building. She kept telling me to dump ice into the deep fryer, rip the breakers out, and cross the wires to start a fire.
No, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Stuff like that. At some point, when there were no customers around, she disappeared into the back. I stayed up front, not wanting to be out of sight with her. I poured myself a soda, but it was more out of boredom than thirst. I took a few sips, then set it down. I hadn't asked her, but I was wondering what she was doing in there, until a few minutes later. I smelled something burning. Immediately, I rushed through the back to look for her. I only had to follow the smoke. I found her in the supply closet, huddled over an entire pallet of napkins that was engulfed in flames.
Dawn, what the hell are you doing?
April Fool!
Get away from that!
I would've took it, nigga. I would've took the screenshot. Let's get the fuck up out of there.
I acted quickly, grabbing a fire extinguisher and dousing the flames before they got out of control. Dawn started screaming at me as the room filled with smoke and icy, suffocating vapors. As she continued berating me, I ignored her and went outside for a cigarette. When I went back in, I fully expected to be attacked and screamed at, but oddly, she didn't say a word. She just looked at me using those crazy eyes of hers, with a wide, rotten smile on her face. I thought maybe the fire was enough for her. Maybe she scratched her itch for the night. Not long after, some customers came in. Once they ordered their food, I started whipping it up at the grill. As always, the heat made me thirsty, so before I knew it, I had finished up the drink I poured myself before the whole fire fiasco. Soon, another table sat down, then another. All of a sudden, we were having a rush. I was making order after order, sweating my ass off. Out of nowhere, an insane
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
hobo rushed into the store. Before I could even react, he started screaming a bunch of
What
gibberish.
the fuck is wrong with this nigga mouth?
I
The fuck, bro? This nigga. The fuck is? What's wrong with this nigga?
tried to get him to leave, but it only made him target me. He leapt over the counter and tried to tackle me. I dodged.
What the fuck going on? Yo, pause. Yo, this nigga. What the fuck is happening, bro? Nigga, what type of words is what? This must be Detroit or fucking Chicago, Philadelphia, Detroit, nigga, Philadelphia plus, nigga. What the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this Waffle House at, bro? Niggas leaping over the counter? Hell nah, bro. Niggas. Motherfucking bitches is starting fires. Niggas leaping over. Yo, what is happening?
Just in time, but then he grabbed the back of my shirt and poured something down it. It felt like ants. No, spiders, crawling and biting and burrowing
Oh,
their
what the fuck?
way into my spine. I started screaming for help, but nobody came. I turned back to face the hobo, just for him to be gone and replaced with Dawn.
Nigga, you got your ass beat by a homeless nigga, bro. No.
She stood over me and started
How you let a nigga put spiders in your bag?
laughing. She was like a witch or a demon. I could no longer move. She reached her hands down towards my face. As this beating sound became so loud it was deafening. It was like a horde of moaning zombies banging on the windows, trying to get in. But I couldn't see anything but Dawn's hands reaching into my chest and ripping out my heart.
Alright, this is fake, fuck. What the fuck is happening? Nigga got hit with the Itachi Genji. What the fuck is what is going on? Nigga, this was relatively normal. Nigga, what, spider roaches in his bag? Now we on LSD. Now zombies is breaking in, bro.
The last thing I remember, but it's the last thing I can bring myself to mention. I felt like I was in hell for an eternity, constantly tortured and tormented, trapped in an ever-changing nightmare with Dawn as my only companion and no hope to escape. After what felt like forever, I
And
finally
what is these sloppy ass noises I'm hearing in the bag?
woke up. I was in the hospital,
No.
hooked up to thousands of machines.
Thousands?
The doctor said I had been
What the fuck? No. What they do to bro? What they do to him? What they do to my dog? No.
in a coma for months with a massive overdose of methamphetamine that should have absolutely killed me. By the time I was conscious, they had already figured out who did it. Dawn. After the incident with the fire, they caught her on camera lacing my drink with a white powder while I was smoking. She claimed it was just an April Fool's joke, something to get me to lighten up. I'm lucky to be alive, but the drugs have permanently altered my mind and body in ways I may never fully recover from. At least Dawn got what she always wanted, to spend the rest of her short, miserable, depressing life in prison. This April Fool's story was inspired by a waitress who has been arrested on charges that she spiked a co-worker's drink with methamphetamine during their late night shift at a Waffle House in northern Georgia, causing the drugged man to be hospitalized in a
fucking Atlanta, of course.
comatose
You
state.
know, Northern Georgia,
Investigators
that's
spent
the
nearly 2 months collecting evidence, and
This
37-year-old
Yeah, that checks out.
co-worker remains unnamed, but was mentioned that the man is still battling to recover from a drug
I
overdose.
feel bad for this. This nigga just wanted a regular shift. And all this BS happened to my dog, man. Free him, bro. I hope you're doing alright, my boy. But with that being said, it's your boy Jay. Take care, stay healthy, stay wealthy, and stay blessed. And I'm out.